So today I'm going to show you some quick methods for texturing your foam, your EVA foam. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to create some tiles, a few tiles, but this will work with anything that you're trying to texture. The same method will apply to basically anything. So I just went ahead and cut me a 4x4 grid. I'm going to use my heat gun as always to expand my cuts, and you can see how the foam turns a different color, like a different hue. That's actually sealing that layer. We're going to use this to our advantage later on in various ways, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So here we go. We have all our edges cut, expanded, so let's let this cool. We're going to place something on it so it'll keep its nice flat surface. Alright, so here's our first method, and this is basically with an iron. And we're going to take some foil, we're going to bunch it up, and then we're going to use our iron to heat the aluminum foil, that pattern, into the foam. Now this isn't the most effective method, however most everybody will have an iron, so this will be an easy way for you to get this accomplished. If you want a deeper groove, leave that iron on longer. However, some people don't want that. Some people just want the weathered look, as it would be like in a courtyard, and that's all you need. You need just a light surface. This is option 2. This is going to be heavier, more weathered tiles, and what we're doing is we're heating the foam directly with a heat gun and then pressing our aluminum foil into it. This will give you much deeper crevices and grooves. If you want the deeper grooves, I recommend this. This is actually a more efficient way than the other. Alright, and next is our wooden planks for like a tavern or, you know, a wizard's keep or whatever. So basically what we're going to do is follow the same path and cut your tiles out or whatever you want, but the whole wooden texture comes with doing your planks with deep cuts. And then you're following up like I just did with shallow cuts. You just want to just scratch the surface, and when you apply the heat like this, you're gonna see it start to expand those deep cuts and these bold lines like you see happening. The shallow cuts are going to show up as just texture, because what the heat gun will actually do is kind of almost melt the shallow cuts back together, and what it leaves is this tiny little wooden texture behind. Now just be careful, because the more layers of primer and paint you put on this, the more you're going to hide that wooden texture of the smaller tiles or the smaller planks. Okay, so here is a close-up of all the texturing before I get to painting them and hiding some of these details with my bad painting. Again, sorry about the cuts. Some of these are very sloppy, but I was just trying to get something done so I can show you how to texture it. I won't be using these pieces. Alright, so again, the more the more paint you put on these, the more detail you're going to end up losing. So I would use some watered down paint and use sparingly. However, if you lose the detail with this wooden planks, you can always go back with an X-Acto knife and recut them. Now by that I just mean to lightly score them like we did the first time. And what that's going to do is cut through your paint and reveal the dark charcoal of the actual matte or the black primer beneath the surface, and it gives you an indented surface. So fear not, that wooden texture can always be reapplied. Now here you see me painting the stone tiles, and again I'm just going to apply the same color twice just because I'm not going to spend a lot of effort on this. I'm just trying to show you the contrast and layers of the texturing. As always, go back, put on a nice black wash, let that settle into place. I am still learning how to apply my black washes, and I get nervous sometimes applying them to certain things. However, here you can tell that they look really, really good. That's just aluminum foil and foam. Like, I didn't have to spend any extra effort. So just take up your aluminum foil, squinch it for harder surfaces, spread it out for a lighter texturing, and you're done. So again, I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope this helps a bunch of you with the EVA foam. Please smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you next craft.